Dispatcher at E1 Business Solutions. Today I was going to make an MS Graph connector for my SmartConnect.com. I've had one set up in my SmartConnect 21 on-prem for a while now. You can see the connector here, and I got it set up for all the different types, and it definitely has an authorized person, so this is valid. It's got the token, it would work, etc., etc. And so following the documentation, you go into app registration, log in, create your app registration. You give it the API permissions that you want for whatever we're doing, and then you create a secret. If you look at this one, I got 3 secrets. It showed as expired because this first one, this old one, definitely is expired, and I could just delete it, and then app registrations wouldn't show me that it was expired because it is, but I just leave it there just so I'd have a picture of, hey, this is what expired would look like. But if you use secret number 2, or in this case, secret number 3, I have the values of secret number 3, so I'll be using those for this. Make sure, of course, you don't use the secret ID, which is the squid. The secret ID value is just a bunch of character strings, and note that this window will show you the newly created secret just once. After that, when you pull the window up again, it asterisks them out. So if you don't have this value somewhere, boom, it's gone. Can't never use it again. You may as well just delete it at that point. But no big deal. You just create a new secret. It generates you a new one, and then now you just use that in your application. So anyway, again, it's working fine. It's authenticated in my on-prem. Figured I was in pretty good shape. I would just go into SmartConnect, create connections, do MF Graph. And if we look at it, probably because I picked this name, but the tenant ID and the client secret defaulted to my email address and probably a password from something from my browser. It did default my application ID incorrectly, probably because I've been doing it for this demo here a few times. And so clearly not going to be right. Or might not be right. So anyway, if we pop over, we will grab my correct tenant ID, replace my email address, which is obviously not right. The application ID does look correct, but I will recopy that just to make sure it's not a similar one. And then we will actually paste in the right secret. We know it's a lot longer than what the other one is. For platform, I was just going to do SharePoint. I was going to do them all, but I think there's a system change in our end, and then it was a requesting special permissions and I couldn't do it. So we'll just stick with SharePoint. And let's rename this, what the heck. And validate. Now when I press validate, it's going to ask who you want to validate as. I will select this E1 support user. And it worked. Great.